And it was after you had COVID or after you got better was when you got the vaccine?
Right. Yeah. So because I was in healthcare, and I was in California, I was not mandated at that time. So I don't want to, come off disingenuous or anything. I felt like I probably would be mandated. I mean, they were mandating it. And I was someone that thought like, oh, if I get this, I'll never get COVID again. I mean, like that's kind of what was being told to us at that time. So I just went through this horrible infection, felt trashy, but I recovered. I was back to training, back at the gym, felt like I had quote recovered from COVID. Um, did the Moderna, and then the second Moderna shot, like things just went south real fast for me. And
Mm.
that's where it started more like heart palpitations, shortness of breath. Like I went to a cardiologist. It was those kind of symptoms that started after the second vaccine. And, part of it was I was probably vaccinated too close to having my initial infection. My body probably just like wasn't really ready to take on that hit because I mean, a vaccine just taxes your immune system. I mean, just any vaccine does that. So it was just a really fear-based decision, honestly. I was in a bubble. I mean, first of all, we're in a state that's very, very shut down. Everyone was like deathly afraid. It was just, because I would talk to people in other states. My sister lives in Texas, and she would be out like shopping, and I'd be like, oh, "You're at the store? You don't have a mask on? You're like, you know what I mean? Like it was just, and here we were, and like people weren't even like engaging with each other at all. It was like completely just shut down. So I think part of that mentality um, was played a part in it as well. A lot of like the fear, like a friend had sent me this video of like all of these things that were on the TV at the time. And when you put them all together, you can kind of see the why someone would be fearful, right? I mean, because if you're constantly being fed this information, and I'm not trying to say people shouldn't be fearful, but after I had had it and recovered from it, I think that my decision to do that so quickly was just out of fear and
Mm.
out of believing that, oh, if I get this, I'm never going to get COVID again, which surprise isn't true.